Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to share with you the important news for those who follow the company called Aker Solutions, or even if you don't follow the company, the research method would be interesting for you. I just wanted to give you an example of how the research works, and it takes some time and effort to find something interesting. Have a look. I'm at the moment going through the webpage of company Aker Solutions, and this is the news section. And as you can see, the latest news was in December 7th, and today is December 22nd, and no updates. Then we'll go to the trading view, where I go through the latest updates, and here is also the latest one was 4 days ago. Then I usually also check another sources, and this is the brokerage account source, where you can see the latest news was on the 7th of December. And anyway, these would be so-called secondary sources, because as I mentioned before, my primary source is usually the official web page. But then I found an interesting post in LinkedIn. I've got a LinkedIn account. If you open the Aker Solutions official profile, you can see the news which was released 2 days ago. And it states that the Aker Solutions partners with Gassco AS for Franpipe upgrade. And then they are proud to announce that they have secured its first contract with Gassco, Norway's state-owned gas transport operator. And I thought this is quite interesting because, to be honest, LinkedIn, I never use it as a news source. It just by accident I found it, and then I tried to go deeper in this case. I asked for a help from Google Gemini, and yes, the Google Gemini also sees it as a news. And what was interesting about this project, so again, December 19th, 2025, regarding major engineering services framework agreement between Aker Solutions and Gassco. While the total value of a framework agreement is usually not fixed, as it depends on the number of call-offs of specific tasks required over time, Aker Solutions typically classifies a contract of this nature as significant or substantial in their official filings. So why this contract is significant? The significance of the deal in recent industry reports and the company's announcement stems from several factors. First, direct framework. So while Aker Solutions has worked on Gassco-operated assets for decades, they traditionally did so as a subcontractor to companies like Shell or Equinor. But this is their first direct long-term framework agreement with Gassco as the primary client. So the agreement has a fixed duration of 3 years, but includes options for extensions that could see it last for a total of 9 years. So 3 fixed plus option for 6 years. What is interesting, the numbers. So Aker Solutions often don't specify the exact numbers. They call it a large contract or significant or substantial. And here you can see that the significant contract for the Aker Solutions is typically between 1.5 billion and 2.5 billion of Norwegian crowns. And substantial contracts are valued between 2.5 and 4 billion. Okay, these are for the company. What does it mean, significant and substantial contracts? But why this is the important or significant for me as for the investor or a potential investor? And if it's between 1.5 billion and 2.5 billion, let me remind you that the company Aker Solutions capitalization at the moment is around 15 billion Norwegian crowns. So this contract if we take the bare minimum, it's already 10% of the company's capitalization. So we don't know exact numbers, but this must be minimum with the option to become 4 billion. It's a significant part of the company capitalization. And if we have a look at the stock trend, it's been within the corridor between 28 and 36 Norwegian crowns for the last year, since November 24. And here last time we had the earnings report where the company's price the stock price didn't really change, even though the company reported the outlook for the 2026. The outlook and the guidance this is taken from the earnings report. They mentioned that they expect 2026 revenues to be around 45 billion Norwegian crowns. Earnings results were released on October 31st. They announced the approximate revenue for the 2026 based on their existing backlog. And since then, the company managed to get quite a few additional contracts. This one for the Equinor, then for the ExxonMobil Canada, then for the ConocoPhillips. If I recall right, there were also significant and substantial ones. If we take into consideration the one that we've just found on LinkedIn, which is not even mentioned anywhere else, that makes the company attractive even more. And I was really curious why the company didn't post this great news on their official webpage, because all the additional sources like TradingView, like brokerage accounts, where they also trading bots take information from, they don't see this information. I don't know if you know, but in each company webpage there is investor relations section, and there is always some person responsible for the investor relations. And I found the person for the Aker Solutions, and I sent him an email asking, actually this is my question, and this is the public information. You can find his name, surname, there are usually the contact details. And as being a shareholder of the company, I have the right to contact and ask at least. And I ask this one: could you please tell me why there is no news in the official webpage for the company that Aker Solutions has secured its first contract with Gassco, which was mentioned in LinkedIn? It might be very important for existing and potential shareholders. So this message I cut from the no reply answer email, and they were mentioning that they will come back to me as soon as possible. We usually respond within 2 business days. So even though I have not received the answer yet, I went back to the Google Gemini asking for what is the potential reason. According to the official announcement, the contract is a long-term framework agreement with Gassco to provide engineering services, etc. Why the exact value is not public yet? In the oil and gas industry, framework agreements work like a standing order. They don't have a single fixed price at the start instead. And it's given some explanation here. Basically, for me, the main point is understand that, okay, it's not a mistake, that it's contract which exists, but as it has a so-called framework agreement status, they don't announce an actual numbers. But we'll see. I hope investor relations department will reply me as well, and I find this information very interesting, very useful, at least for me, and definitely for those who are interested in the company from investment perspective. So yeah, I'll track what's going on further with the company, and I might let you know in the comments for the video further on. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you didn't do so.